I can't believe we spent that much. Okay, so we are back here in San Diego. We spent a month in Merida, Mexico, and we thought we'd give you a sense of what it cost us to live down there. Your mileage may vary. It's going to be different for every person, but we're going to give you an average of how it worked out for us. We live a average lifestyle. We worked down there Monday through Friday, just like we do here. So we ate at home more often than we ate out. We did some sightseeing, but we weren't gone every weekend doing extravagant things. Trying to think. And we use an Airbnb instead of renting an apartment. So let's go ahead and take a look at our normal expenses. As you can see here, I have them broken down. Here's the groceries. Aki is actually the Super Aki is a big grocery store chain down there. We also shopped at Walmart quite a bit, again for groceries and a few other things, and we bought water for the house. $354. You see here, this is pesos, and on the day of the conversion, which was about 2 days ago, the conversion was $354. That's for a month. I mean, that's $354 for a month. Now, you went to the, well, actually, no, we went to the store today. Mm-hmm. We went to 2 different stores and bought groceries for a week?
About a week, week and a half.
Yeah. How much was that?
$150.
$150 for a week, week and a half for 2 people. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is what it is here in California. There was $350 for the entire month down there, and that was also buying some extras just because the Airbnb didn't have, you know, a whole container of olive oil. It didn't have spices, a frying pan, right? A few things like that. But for the most part, that's normal groceries: chicken, vegetables, rice, yada yada yada. So $354 is not bad. The next thing is restaurants. We didn't really go out to eat that often. I think we probably missed a few restaurants here and there, but this will give you a sense of what a restaurant costs. We're looking at $170 for the month. We, again, don't typically go out to very expensive restaurants. It's just not our style. We'd rather eat in a small mom and pop shop like a normal person. So when you go to someplace you've never been before, it's tempting to go out to the very nice restaurant, but realize the average person doesn't go out to a nice restaurant 3 days a week and eat extravagant meals. So we don't either. We just like to see what normal people like. So we spent $171 all month. It's probably a little bit low. We probably had missed a few receipts here and there, but pretty cheap. I mean, look at, these are all prices for 2 people. $13 for 2 people. Mm-hmm. I mean, we can't get one meal here for $13. In fact, we ate last night delivery. Do you remember what that cost?
Yeah, it was like $41 or $43.
$43 for barbecue delivered. Yeah, $43 for 2 people. That's California. That's Chicago. We used to live there. It's not off from Florida. So $171 down there. What else do we have? So the sightseeing, this is really going to be totally up to you. We went to some different cenotes. We went to the ruins at Uxmal. Check out the videos for those. I'll put a link to the video for both the cenotes and Uxmal. They're beautiful, and they're really cheap. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how cheap. Don't tell them, because Uxmal was $17. Mm-hmm. That is a beautiful, beautiful ruin, Mayan pyramids for $17. You can't go to a freaking movie for $17.
Yeah, and we were basically there by ourselves. It was amazing.
For as long as you want. I mean, that's a $100 ticket in the United States. It's easy. Yeah. Transportation. Now, we did not rent a car. Mm-hmm. Generally, because we lived in Chicago for 5 years, we're very used to Uber. We'd rather take Uber just about everywhere, or a cab. Same thing down there. They have Uber. It's the same app. I didn't change anything. It was, if you see here, we have a lot of Uber expenses. Usually going to Walmart, going to the grocery store, places that we don't have to carry stuff back. $2 on average for the Uber trip. And this was about, the Walmart was like 3 miles, give or take. So do the math for your area. We, in fact, you went the other day to the grocery store that's half a mile from the store. So you walked over there, but you had bags, so you wanted
about more than I expected.
Yeah.
So I decided to Uber back, and it was like $8. half a mile.
$8 for half a mile.
Yeah.
This is a 3-mile trip for $2. I mean,
Yeah.
Uber's so
Huge
cheap
difference.
that to rent a car would seem ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense. Now, we did have a few other expenses. Our friend Lewis drove us around to some of the cenotes and to the ruins, and we're paying for him in a private car to take us down there, and he spent all day, both times. So transportation was really cheap. And I'm sure you could take, there's buses down there. We could have taken that. We just didn't because Uber's $2. Airbnb $13.45. So again, you can get a more expensive one. You can get a cheaper one. A apartment, you can get them from $400 for an apartment, up to whatever you want to spend. But $400 will actually get you a fairly decent apartment. $800 will get you a luxury apartment,
Yes.
like a really nice luxury apartment. So our Airbnb had a pool. For just us, it was a backyard in our Airbnb for $13.45. So $1,345. To give you an idea, that was probably about the same size, maybe a little bigger with a pool than the apartment we are in currently, and we spend how much?
$2,200.
$2,200 a month for the box. I mean, the box that we live in, right? Not the electricity, not the food, just to have the apartment. We spent about that in Chicago,
Oh, yeah.
give or take, and we spent a little bit less than that for our home in Florida, but our home is like 3 times as big. So depends on where you live in the United States as to how much you spend. But we were $13.45. That was a deal. We were like, yes, take it. And grand total for all of this is
For the whole month.
for the whole month in Mexico, $2,256. Let's round it up for maybe another $100 or two of some receipts that we missed. But for under $2,500, we lived well.
Yeah.
I mean, super comfortably with a pool every day, driving, eating out, going sightseeing. $2,500. I mean, our rent and our electricity in this apartment are $2,500 when it's all said and done. Then you add in food and just life,
Internet,
or $3 and $4 grand a month.
Right.
So, and that was including internet. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you add all that in, we're $3 or $4 grand a month, and this is just 2 people living basic lifestyles. We're not extravagant. So yeah, it's kind of hard to even say much more about it. $2,256 for an entire month in a beautiful part of Mexico. Use that information how you will. That was our month in Merida. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you get all our updates on that. And check out our other videos. Talk to you later.